Hey guys, Charles Float here, and in today's video of SEO Q&A, I'm going to be going through my thoughts on IFTTT for SEO and why I personally don't believe that 99% of SEOs will ever need to use it for their link building campaigns. So what is IFTTT? Well, essentially, it's an application that allows you to syndicate content or syndicate certain tasks through a formula. For example, you can link in the Gmail API and you can link in the PayPal API to send an email every time you get a payment through to someone. There's many things you can do with it. You can do it so when you share a post on Tumblr, it also shares it on Facebook, it also shares it on Twitter, etc. And that's generally what people use it for in terms of link building. Now, the main reason why I don't like this, and if you've already seen my press releases video, then you're going to know why, is that it's exactly that. It's a syndication platform. Syndicated backlinks is duplicate content, and Google, in Google's eyes specifically, syndicated content and duplicated content do not get classed very highly as very good links. They're not juiced based links. They might offer some level of trust signals to your website because they're coming from social signals, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not very good in terms of actually going out and ranking your website. Now, something that I really find interesting as well is when you take IFTTT SEO to the next level. Now, this isn't going to be very practical for most SEOs out there, but this is the only way that I've actually successfully been able to use IFTTT to actually rank decently sized websites. I understand that there's going to be people out there that are going to be doing a lot of local SEO stuff, but this isn't going to be for local SEO people. Generally, when I go after keywords, it's not going to be local keywords. It's going to be 1,000 month searches to 100,000 month search keywords. And IFTTT syndicating content throughout Tumblr, throughout Facebook, etc., isn't going to actually give that much of a benefit at all. It can potentially even harm that website's rankings. So the way I do it, if I want to actually go out over those big keywords, is using expired Web 2.0s and syndicating content across that. So essentially what I'm doing is I'll have my RSS feed on the blog of the site that I'm trying to rank for. I'll syndicate it to expired Tumblrs, expired blogspots, etc., wherever I want to syndicate it to, and all of those domains. For example, if it was example.tumblr.com, because it's been expired, it actually has a decent backlink profile in itself, and that's the important thing. It's actually passing juice from that backlink profile of an expired Tumblr through to my actual website, whereas a brand new IFTTT campaign with a brand new non-expired Web 2.0 isn't going to pass juice whatsoever. That's the main problem. People go and set up these brand new Tumblrs, these brand new Twitters, etc., and you set up these massive elaborate IFTTT campaigns and they don't end up sending any juice. Likewise, if you have a GSA campaign as your tier 2 in the next couple of months or the next couple of weeks or whenever Penguin comes out or whenever a Google update comes out, that's going to be pretty much worthless because Google have caught on massively to GSA versus Web 2.0s, especially as a tiered link building campaign. And after the first few weeks of doing that, those not only are all the backlinks from that GSA campaign going to drop off eventually, it's actually going to end up harming your Web 2.0 property and then in turn potentially harm your ranking website. So the only way I really like going about using IFTTT SEO is using expired 2.0s. And in terms of getting your hands on them, that's very difficult to get your hands on niche relevant ones or even very good ones, let alone ones that you want to be using. And it requires a hell of a lot of time and a hell of a lot of setup that I would rather you go and spend your money on something else which is actually going to benefit your website a lot more than syndicating your content to expired Tumblr blogs. I hope you enjoyed this little video and I hope it gave you my kind of thoughts on IFTTT SEO. Peace.
Hey.